Hey guys, J-Man here for another comic book review. This time, Adventures of Superman, John Kent, #2. So, Jonathan Kent was a character that was really cool. He was a young boy. Him and Robin, Damian Wayne teaming up doing stuff, Super Sons. That was awesome. Then, in what is considered to be the worst decision of anything ever in the world, not just comics, the worst decision ever made ever, Bendis decided to age Jonathan Kent to a teenager or whatever he is. So that was the worst decision in the history of humanity. What people argue as the second worst thing in humanity is Tom Taylor taking over this Jonathan Kent series. And don't take my word for it, it was canceled. So they canceled it because nobody bought it. I did buy the first like 5 or something. Then I stopped because it was going nowhere, and it continues to go nowhere in these comics. So they gave, I guess there's a couple issues left here for him to finish this story, which is not finished. Maybe it was more than 2 issues. I don't know if this is going to continue. And Injustice. Yeah, I hate Injustice. Well, that's a lie. I've never read Injustice. I have zero interest in Injustice. Look, if the heroes are going to be bad guys, then no. I don't care. And if Superman is a bad guy and he's turned evil or whatever, I hate that. The only acceptable evil Superman in the history of evil Superman was Superman 3, and that's only because he was evil for a little bit, and then he fought himself and came back. And when he was evil, he did a couple of pesky things. You know, he slept with that girl, which, I don't know, you can call that evil or not, but, you know, he hit the oil tanker. He straightened the Tower of Pisa now. And then he corrected all that afterwards. That's the only acceptable evil Superman there ever was, and there should ever be. Anytime he turns evil and kills a bunch of people, I despise that storyline because that would never happen. Superman would not kill anyone no matter what. Deep down, he would fight through it. And if you make up some reason, if you're making up a reason why he would turn evil, like, oh, he was hypnotized or some crap, then you're a garbage writer. Like, come up with a new idea. I can say anything. Oh, He-Man rips his face off, and now He-Man is a serial killer. Okay. Like, who cares? Wonder Woman, I don't know, puts a pentagram in her forehead and becomes evil Wonder Woman. Like, it's just like crap. I hate that idea. Anyways, I'm not going to beat up Injustice anymore. So, I don't remember what I gave issue #1 because I didn't really care. I'm going to review this issue. Oh, here's other evidence. No one bought the physical copy of this. Neither did I. I was just at the comic shop. I got a bunch of stuff. This wasn't one of them. I got this on digital, so we're going to review it digitally. So basically, I'm going to review it using my SPACE system, which is story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Those 5 categories, you get a score between 0 to 2. So if you get a 1 in every category, that's a pass. 5 out of 10 is a pass comic. 5 or 6, it's like, yeah, that was okay. 7 or 8, and you're into really good territory. 9 or 10, amazing territory. You buy it, collect it, that kind of a thing. So I think I gave the first one a 6 maybe, or maybe a 7, I don't know. Second issue, let's talk about the storyline. I'm going to give the storyline a 1 out of 2. So I'm going to give it a mild pass. I'm somewhat interested in the idea of Jonathan Kent fighting Ultraman, who was the one that imprisoned him and all that in the other issues. I don't remember what issues those were. But, so that's kind of neat. I like the idea that Ultraman, he's doing like a Jet Li. Remember that movie, The One, where Jet Li was going to different dimensions and killing like his parallel universe self? So Ultraman's kind of killing Clark Kent's around in the multiverse. That kind of pisses me off because it's like, well, why is Superman getting killed so easily in these multiverses? But whatever. It's Ultraman, so I'm like, I'm giving it a pass because it's kind of interesting. We'll get to characters in a minute. So Val Zod and this Red Tornado woman show up, and they're like, Jonathan, we need your help because reasons. Whatever. Nobody else can do anything, I suppose. So Jonathan Kent has to figure out what's going on. Now, this story, I don't know if it's supposed to conclude anything because it doesn't conclude shit, really, in my opinion. So that's why I'm giving it a 1. If there's another book, we'll see how book 3 goes. But a 1 is a 1 is a pass. The story's okay. I'm just not really like dying over it. I'm going to give the pacing 1.5 out of 2. It's actually pretty well paced. That's to say that we got a little bit of action here in the beginning. No, I'm sorry, not action. We get some story in the beginning with the characters kind of figuring out what they want to do. And then we get right into action. So I'm going to say that action basically page 10 and the rest of it is like all action. So there's actually quite a lot of fighting. So that's why I'm giving it a 1.5. I do like action in my Superman books, and this does deliver pretty good action. And it's not bad. Like Ultraman is kicking the shit out of guys, right? So that's pretty good. I'm going to give the art, I'm going to give it a 1. Yeah, I like the art. I'm going to give it a pass. It's not bad. It's a bit simple, but I don't mind the simplicity. I like the colors. So the colors are really nice on here. I feel I would have given it a 1.5, but I kind of feel that Superman or Ultraman looks slightly flat to me, but like it's not bad. I mean, it's better than anything I can do. So yeah, I'm giving it a 1. I'm giving it a pass for the art. It's pretty good, but it's not anything spectacular. Like sometimes you might just buy a book just for the art and you're like, wow, the art's so good, I'm just going to buy it. Like I haven't been even reading Deadly Duo, Joker Batman or Batman Joker. I am going to read it. I'm just buying it because like Mark Silvestri's awesome. So I'm just buying it for that. The story's kind of neat, but why is Joker and Batman teaming up? I don't think there's any scenario where Batman and Joker would team up. So I feel that's a little bit weird. But yeah, so good. Oh yeah, and check this out. Okay, so the other thing with the story, I do like that Jonathan is getting these electric Superman powers. I like electric blue Superman. I thought it was neat. So I think this is a cool part of it. I would almost give the story an extra 0.5 for that element. Maybe I will give the extra 0.5. Yeah, I'll give it an extra 0.5. No, I'm not going to give it an extra 0.5. Screw it. It's just, no, it's just very hinted at, so it's not enough. Okay. For the characters, I'm going to give the characters a 0.5 because maybe I'll give, no, you know what? I'll give it a 1. I'll give the characters a 1 and I'll give the storyline a 0.5. I'll give the story 1.5. I'm adjusting my notes here. I'll give it 1.5 for the story. I do like the Electric Superman. No, I'm lying. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm giving it back to a 1. There's just not enough. So pacing 1.5. Artistry is 1. I'm going to give the characters 1. I like Ultraman. He's pretty badass. I do like Jonathan Kent. I pretty much don't like anyone else. So there is a little bit of a conclusion here, which I'm not going to spoil, so I won't show you that. I like this Red Tornado woman. Where is she? This is like Lois Tornado, I think. So she was kind of neat, but she just gets destroyed. So whatever. And Val Zod, nope, don't care. This fellow here, pink hair, Lois Lane in this comic, nope. No. All right, let's get into the enjoyment. Enjoyment factor, I'm going to give it a 1. It was okay. I mean, I'm not going to buy this comic. I'm not going to go back to the shop and get it now that I read it. Like, it's a pass, I guess. Like, it's okay. So I'm giving this a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm giving this 5.5 out of 10. I mean, I think that's pretty generous. The ending has something I don't really care about. I'm not so intrigued that I need to read the next one. So it's all right. But yeah, it's just not for me. I don't know. Jonathan Kent is just very boring in these comics. There's nothing dynamic going on. That's the problem. Even a couple of other Superman titles. Superman, the title just Superman, it's like on issue 2. So far, that's been the best of the Superman related stuff that we've been getting. And it's probably the only thing that I would consider being good. Not great, but good. I think it's like a 7 out of 10 or something. So that's pretty good. 5.5, it's a pass. I went back and forth on the story. Some people might give it a 0.5 more than I did, maybe go back. Even if I went back and gave the extra 0.5, I'd still be at a 6 out of 10, which is below really what Superman should be. This needs to be a lot higher than it should be. So pretty disappointing. We'll see if there's a book 3 or not. I don't know. And Injustice, I'm just not a fan of Injustice. I know there's a lot of people who are fans of it. And if you're a fan of it, then I guess you're pretty pumped that it's happening. To me, I just feel that anytime they make, well, let's make the villains or the heroes villains or whatever, I always feel it's lazy. It's just very lazy to me. Come up with a cool story. There's like thousands of Superman stories dating back to 1938 or whatever, and he didn't turn bad every time. You know what I mean? Like, and they've done stuff where he's lost his powers or there's been a doppelganger. I'm reading some Kurt Swan stuff right now. I guess it's like it was mid 200s, so Superman 240 something, where there's that sand version, like the kryptonite made of another version of Superman who's made out of sand. It's like Sandman, kind of like Superman. And Superman loses his powers and all that kind of crap. So it's the same kind of stuff that we have now, but it was done in a more fun way. And you actually felt like, wow, this is really exciting. Whereas now I just feel that it's just a tired trope that they use. Oh, let's make him depowered. Oh, let's kill Superman. Oh, let's make him evil. It's like, can't you just make him Superman? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people are just incapable of writing Superman in that way anymore. It could just be that people themselves, the writers, are just not that good. Or maybe they're just so cynical now and they hate everybody and they hate everything that they just can't do anything fun and exciting. Maybe that's the answer. But anyways, I'm not going to give you my friggin', $5-6 Canadian for these comics if it's not going to be exciting. So sorry, I'll stick with my Frazetta stuff. I'll stick with Exo Man of War, which was awesome. Check that out. I'll stick with the 4 Spawn titles. Listen, there's a Frazetta Tales of Science coming out. There's a Death Dealer. There's a Dawn Attack. There's 4 Spawn titles. There's Exo Man of War. Joe Fixit just came out this week. I cannot friggin' wait to read Joe Fixit. That was awesome for Marvel. What else came out that's good? Yeah, so we got stuff out there, guys. DC Marvel, you're not the only game in town. So you better up your shit, okay? Because we're not spending $5 or $6 on your crappy comics. So anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Adventures of whatever this is called. Until next time.